Are you ready to manifest so much more of what you want, so much more consistently, so much more reliably, so much more confidently? Today we're going to talk about Feng Shui and using Feng Shui in the very unique way we use it here to make amazing things happen and manifest much more. So let's get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Claudat. I'm a modern Feng Shui master and founder of the School of Intention, which is an entire method and school of Feng Shui based on infinite possibility, creative awakening, and your intention, your wishes, your dreams, and your desires coming to life. It's manifesting. Feng Shui is ultimately a manifesting practice. It's also a wellness practice. It's also an art practice. It's also an abundance practice. It's really all encompassing because your home is influencing you all day long. Every environment you spend time in is influencing you all day long. And the idea is that when you can deliberately shape these environments, it will have a profound effect on your thoughts, your words, your actions, your fortune, your feelings, your everythings, and the outcomes that you create every single day. And if you want to learn how to do this Feng Shui professionally, the Feng Shui School of Intention, the Professional Feng Shui Certification Program is starting now. And below you can find all the details to learn more and join us. Now, in the School of Intention, we have some really brilliant people, and one person in the School of Intention, Kim Carter, is a permaculture expert, and I'm obsessed with permaculture. It's like my side obsession. I am obsessed with James Prigioni, I hope I said his name right, and the gardening channel that he has on YouTube. I'll link it below. I could watch his videos all day long. I'm obsessed with learning about how to grow things, how to work with the soil, and Kim recently wrote an article about Feng Shui and permaculture and how they work together. Basically, how a garden is very similar to how you set up a home in terms of thriving. And so today we're going to use a garden analogy to talk about manifesting more and how you can use Feng Shui to manifest more. But I'm also going to link Kim's article below that was on the big blog. And if you're into gardening and you're into Feng Shui, I think you will love these principles. Now, to use our garden analogy, which came up in one of the YouTube lives that I did. And because it's really hard to find some of the things I talk about in the middle of a YouTube live for a new moon or a full moon or whatever it might be, I wanted to make a dedicated video about this because I think it's so important. So my big question to start this is, have you ever tried to grow vegetables or fruit or plants or flowers from seeds? Have you ever tried to grow seeds before? And if you have, I wonder how you did it. So the first time I tried to grow seeds, I thought I'd just sort of sprinkle them on the ground and see what happens. I think I poked them in the ground when I was a little kid and I wanted to see what happened. And one of them grew. And it was just totally by chance because that one happened to, I guess, get enough moisture, get enough of all the things that it needed in order to grow. If you get lucky, you can sort of haphazardly sprinkle seeds places and yay, they take off and they grow, and that's amazing. Now, usually, if you want to have anything grow and ensure that it grows, because it's kind of crapshoot if you just kind of sprinkle seeds around, you don't know that they're going to get enough water, enough light, enough food that they need. So usually, what you do, and this is from my rudimentary learning and my personal experience growing things in pots and growing a garden as a kid, the first thing you have to do is work on the soil. And so you have to make sure the soil is actually soil that you can grow things in. It's really hard to grow certain things in soil that's completely depleted, that's really like sand, that's full of rocks. So you really need to make sure you have fertile soil. That's the number one step to growing anything in terms of growing a garden. Now again, you could get lucky and just throw seeds in whatever soil you got and boom, it works, and that's amazing. but you can't really guarantee it. So let's say you had to grow these seeds. These are really important seeds. You probably want to make sure the soil is pretty good before you put the seeds in the ground. So you would start working on the soil, fertilizing the soil, amending the soil. So now, once you have the soil set up, you have to really think about, where am I going to plant these so that they can grow? So if you're growing things that are going to need a lot of sun, you want to plant them in the sunny part of the garden. If you're growing things that need shade, the shady part, you come up with a spot to plant the seeds, and now you plant the seeds in the ground. And then you got to feed the seeds. You probably have to water them every once in a while or every so often, and you want to water them consistently and optimally for what they need. You probably might want to feed them if they need extra fertilizer, if they need extra food in some way. And then you got to kick back and trust the process, because the seeds usually don't sprout overnight. They take some time. And once they start growing, then you can start cultivating them even more. As they're growing and you see little sprouts coming up and you see the seeds growing, this is exciting, but now you have to protect those seeds from weeds and pests and all sorts of invasive things that can come into the garden. So you want to make sure you keep those seeds clear of all the obstacles that are going to keep them from growing. And as you go, you're going to get better and better at doing this. You're going to refine your process. You're going to know where to put the tomatoes. You're going to know all the special tricks, and it's just going to be magnificent. And you're going to really master this process of growing a garden. Manifesting is pretty much the same thing. Think about it this way. If you are starting anything new, if you have a big dream, if you have something that you want, it's this seed. People talk about planting the seeds of your dreams. So now you got to plant it. But the environment within which you plant your seed matters, remember? So it all starts with the soil. The soil, the foundation, the ground under your feet. And the foundation in your life is your environment. It is everything that is influencing you. Just like for that little seed going in the ground, the soil is everything influencing and feeding it. So your environment can be optimized so that when you plant your seeds, they have room to grow. They have an optimal, energetic environment in which they can grow. So you can start with decluttering. You can start with organizing. You can start with cleaning. I have tons of videos about all of these things, and I'm going to link the decluttering video and all of the benefits of decluttering here, because I think that you're going to love it. But even deeper, you can start setting up an environment that's full of the energy that is a foundation for growing what you want. And there's an entire series of Feng Shui videos to make breakthroughs, and it's the prelude to the breakthrough camp that's starting soon. I'm gonna link those below. I think you're gonna love this video series. So now that you've got everything set up, you can start bringing a dream to life, right? So that means you plant the seed. You get creative, you brainstorm maybe, how am I going to do this project? How is it going to go? What should I do first? Maybe you make a plan. So you're getting creative about where you're going to plant this seed, and now you have a plan and you go, we're going to get started. I'm going to plant this seed. So you start taking action and the seed is planted. Now you've got to feed that seed that you've planted with creativity and with energy and with all the nutrients and things that it needs to grow. So you need to keep feeding your dream, meaning you need to keep working on it, brainstorming about it, bringing the best energy to it. You really need to keep it going, and to keep that energy going, keep yourself in that creative zone. The best thing you could possibly do is surround yourself with the sensory cues that bring you more creative power. Your favorite colors, your favorite scents, your favorite flavors. Even the water you drink can have more flavor to it. Add fruit to it that you love. Bring that energy to everything. Your favorite flowers, your favorite plants. Surround yourself with these things. Your favorite artwork, the things you see, the things you smell, the things you taste, even your favorite textures. Bring all of that into your environment. And as you do, you will be bringing more creative power to every day that's going to feed all those intentions. You're also going to be working on whatever it is your goal is, whatever it is your mission is. You're going to be putting energy toward that. But this is how you're feeding it with more and more and more. When things start to grow and your project's coming to life and this thing is starting to manifest, you're feeling the momentum building. Now you have to make sure that you protect your dream, just like your seed, from all the weeds. From all the weeds that can grow in life, from all the distractions, the drama, the clutter, the dust, all the things that can pile up and keep you from being able to really focus your magic, your intention on what you want. So keep on decluttering, keep on clearing all of the stresses from life that are unnecessary. We all have stress that we have to deal with, but the unnecessary stress, you can clear that stuff away. And as you continually are mindful of not filling your head with a day full of social media that makes you feel overwhelmed, or filling your head with a bunch of drama and gossip you didn't need to hear, you start eliminating and keeping all of that stuff far away from your precious seeds that are about to just burst forth into giant manifestations. Next, of course, you're going to trust the process and keep going with the process. You're going to keep on working on what you want. But as you're setting up your home with more and more of this creative, inspiring, light, bright, high vibrational energy, you're going to be supported, and you're going to trust the process because you have that solid foundation under your feet. All of your genius is flowing through you so much more freely. All of your energy is flowing through you so much more freely. And it's so much easier to believe in your breakthroughs. It's so much easier to believe that things are going to work out and that things are always working out, as Abraham Hicks says. Things are always working out for me. And you might even affirm that every day. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. You're going to be more and more confident, more and more creative, more and more self-expressed, more and more trusting of your inner guidance. And this is where you're really working with your true nature. In the Feng Shui School of Intention, one of the things we do is learn about personal manifestation and how we all manifest from our true nature. And it's so powerful to see what happens when you really own your voice, own your talents and gifts, and bring them to life. It's part of the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why I make these videos. I'm so passionate about all of you bringing your gifts and talents and all of your genius to life. And so, as you do this and you start making things happen, you're going to have your own tricks, your own process, your own way of making amazing things happen, and it's going to become more and more consistent. You're going to have more and more of a sense of, I can do this, I got this, I can make this happen. And you're going to be more willing to take risks and experiment because you have a solid foundation under your feet. And so, using this analogy of a garden, and for all of you gardeners, you probably get it very well, you can see how there are so many opportunities to use the insanely huge power of your environment to make incredible things happen in your life. And that's why I love this work so much. And I am here to support you and help you to make big breakthroughs. And on that note, the Breakthrough Camp video series is below for you. The free video series to kick off the Breakthrough Camp and set up your home and life to make breakthroughs. And we're about to start the Feng Shui School of Intention, the professional Feng Shui certification program. If you are excited to become a Feng Shui pro this year, you can get all the details below. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. It's such a joy to be able to share so many videos about Feng Shui and manifesting and design and art and all things to do with creativity and living your best life. I hope you love them all, and I will be back very soon. Bye.